Pixel Heroes, Byte and Magic. This is $6.99 on the Google Play Store, so it's a pretty hefty purchase. I'm going to make this video to try and help you decide whether it's worth it for you or not. Go ahead and hit the new game. Although I've played this before, I died, and because it's permadeath, when you wipe out, you lose everything. So you start out here in the tavern, and you're given a choice from among the heroes that you already unlocked. I don't have anything other than the default heroes unlocked, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hire some random people. Halfling Wolf Rider, sure, why not? If you don't like who's available, you can re-roll, but only up to 3 times for every new game. So this time around, I didn't get any healers, so I'm gonna re-roll again. Dwarf, Mage, and Rogue, so it's a classic Rogue party. So after you pick your party, the quest begins. I'm just gonna skip through this. And you start out in a main town, and in the town you can go around and talk to NPCs, do some shopping, go into temples. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our first quest from this mustachioed fellow over here. Gotta get his comb. So when you're going towards the quest location, the dungeon, you'll run into some random encounters along the way. There's quite a few of them. I'm not sure if I've seen them all, probably not, but there's a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eat this carrot because he wants me to eat it, but that's kind of messed up. So in our inventory we can see each of the individual characters' equipments and our backpack for the entire party and the stats for every character. And once we set up the equipment, we're going to go out again, and looks like we're going to go into our first battle, unless I want to skip it by pretending I don't have legs or bribing him with meat. Oh, it's a vegan troll. Battle is quite a simplified form of Darkest Dungeon. Each attack or weapon or skill has a range, and you can only hit characters within the range in the column that's appropriate to the range. I completely fudged up the description of that battle. But let's say, for example, I've got a sword on Proteus, the War Mage. It's range 1, so I can only hit the front row on the enemy's party, which is this swarm of bees here. But Calcite the Rogue has a mediocre crossbow, which has a range of 1 to 2, so I can hit anyone in the first or second columns of the enemy party. I'm going to go ahead and skip over the swarm of bees and shoot the troll, because he gave us so much trouble, and I don't like him. At the end of every battle, you can get XP and gold and loot, and you can go right into the equipment screen to see exactly what the loot does and whether you want to equip it on your characters right away or not. When you get to the entrance of the dungeon, you'll be presented with a list of rooms that show you exactly how many rooms you've progressed through before reaching the boss. In the rooms, you've got to fight through waves of enemies before you can reach the boss, and some of these enemies are actually pretty tough. Not that guy, apparently. Some of the rooms, though, don't have enemies. They've got events, or trapped puzzles, trapped treasure chests, puzzles to solve, things like that. So in this case, we've got a puzzle to solve, and it requires a hero with average intelligence. We've got just the guy to do that. I'm going to show you, though, what happens when we try and send someone with a below intelligence trying to solve a quest. 20% chance he'll likely fail here. He did. He set up the trap and got hurt for it. So someone's going to show him just how it's done. Solves the puzzle, gets the chest, and we get our delicious, lovely loot. When you level up, you get some points to add to attributes, and depending on the character's class, each point adds a different number of actual stat points to the attribute that you spend it on. So in the case of the dwarf, if I put one of his 2 points into strength, it will give +5 to the strength. And for the war mage, it would only give him +3 strength. Same with the rogue. So I'm going to build up the dwarf by focusing on his strength. I'm going to split the rogue's points between strength and dex. And for the war mage, I might as well put it in int all the way. Alright, we lost Rocky. Goodbye, tank. Why indeed. So when we get to the boss, we can see a short dialogue. Sometimes the boss is by herself, sometimes the boss has some allies. It really depends just on what set boss it is. So I'm probably gonna lose this. Oh, crap. Was that 1 damage? Yeah. I should probably just keel over and die. What? Just finish me off. There we go. Now I can join my dead friends. Hello. Goodbye. And that's game over. So you can see when you do get a game over, you'll be presented with a graveyard and you can see your previous progress as well. So this is my first time trying to play. That ended horribly. Not as bad as this run though. God. I can't believe that I just lost both my guys right before the boss. Alright, and that's Pixel Heroes. And aside from playing the main game, there's also achievements, which are basically the usual run-of-the-mill achievements that you get by doing stuff in-game a certain number of times, or just by achieving really difficult stuff, like finishing the final campaign without a hero dying at all, completing the game with specific heroes, and reaching certain milestones in the story. So there you have it. Pixel Heroes Byte Magic is a pretty cool side-scrolling roguelike distilled into a presentable casual game while still keeping hardcore fans of the genre on their toes. It's got combat that's unique on Android and can be likened to Darkest Dungeon, light, I guess, and contains no IAPs beyond its initial $6.99 purchase on Google Play. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Droid. And for those who stuck around to the end, a special thank you to you guys, as you may or may not know, and which may already be obvious by now, by the total amateur production value and lack of content on the channel, Droid is a brand new channel on YouTube dedicated to digging up the gold nuggets scattered in and about the Play Store. We'll be getting most of our game recommendations from you guys in the comments and forums, so do voice out your thoughts on what we should review next, or if you have feedback on the show itself, we'd love to hear it. Thank you guys, and till next time.